Still 199 podiums for Valentino Rossi, and the likelihood is it will stay. Marc Marquez, the three men that came to the grid with Michelin's soft rear tyre. Marquez has got to try and use that extra grip in 21st place, but there is your pole man. Can he make that pole position count? It's the 13th. Will that pay dividends over this 26-lap Dutch TT?
Racing is back here in Assen. We did miss it last. It's all the way back through the last 10 years. Vinales the most recent. Marquez then in 18 in that brilliant lead. The TT circuit here in Assen, is there a new name going to be added to the trophy?
It's always that extra special on this world famous venue here in the Netherlands.
The riders are ready, the fans are ready, we are ready. On pole position and immediately side by side with his teammate Quattararo. He cuts his nose off on the approach to turn one and Vinales gets swallowed up. Bagnaia!
He got the initial launch and then there was almost that contact with Fabio Quattararo. Quattararo then it is the lead here in Assen.
Good start, that's one of the Tech 3 KTMs. Marc Marquez has made a decent start there as well. He's up to 13th already. 7 places made by number 90 from the pack here. He's got to try and get up. Oh, Bagnaia, that's close.
That's close.
He's almost contact.
Yeah, he's nudged Fabio Quattararo.
Look at that.
Between Quattararo and Bagnaia. Quattararo got in hot into the ball at turn 9. Ran wide. Bagnaia does finally take the lead.
His plan to get out front. Quattararo immediately though on these fast corners with that stable Yamaha challenging through turn 15, but no room.
Taking up the entry on the corners with the rear flapping around everywhere. So we're about to complete the first lap. Pecco and Bagnaia, a Moto3 winner.
He's down in 21st place on the opening lap.
Marquez had to do that. He's got that Michelin soft rear tyre. He knows it's that soft rear tyre. He's making it perfectly right now. Up to the top 10.
Trying to find a way through there on Jack Miller.
It wasn't a good first lap for Miguel Oliveira. He's got work to do to make it 4 podiums on the spinning MotoGP. Started 6, lost 3
at the front. Rins is 5th, Zarco 6th, and Miller in 7th. This is a replay of the start then from Johann Zarco, off the nose really of Maverick Vinales on the approach to turn 1.
Yeah, nice move as well. Brave by Rins round the outside of Vinales. He's struggling to run this early pace. Vinales has not been able to find a way through.
Where's Alex Rins gone? Rins has disappeared. What happened to Rins then on that lap? A 33.8 for Quattararo is the fastest lap of the race. What happened to number 42?
Oh, something between.
Sitting up Rins, squeezing him out, no room there, and Rins then, his chance of winning, gone.
Nakagami, we were just about to say that Vinales is making no impression at all on the Japanese man ahead of him. He's not gaining ground. We've already seen him nudge Alex Rins into the gravel at turn 10.
Quattararo then will now try and get himself closer to the hearing things. They come around then the final sector, and this is where Quattararo will start to reel in the Ducati out ahead.
And that dirty air behind the Ducati. Now here he comes, that's lovely. Perfectly, clinically executed move into the guy. So it was a short-lived experience at the front for Quattararo, back in 2nd.
Fastest lap of the race, Zarco in 5th.
Marc Marquez had a stellar first lap, clawed his way back from 20th to 10th, and he's got stuck there now. He's behind Aleix
Miller as well. I'm not sure what happened there into turn 5, but it looked a little bit messy.
Yeah, Vinales has got through. The relentless pressure coming here from Johann Zarco. They'll head towards turn 9 to bolt. This is where Rins crashed out.
Alex Rins wide on board here with Vinales then, looking back to Johann Zarco, 2nd in the World Championship.
That's a very hard move by Johann Zarco. A racing incident. Alex Rins would have done that to people in the past himself. It was just unfortunate this time.
Here, leading the line for Honda at the moment, and Marc Marquez also doing a grand job. He stays 10th for now. Not a lot.
How much will Marc Marquez burn up that soft rear tyre? Looking back at the man in 2nd place, the World Championship leader Fabio Quattararo.
Oliveira find themselves in a precarious position. They could do with finding a way past Johann Zarco. They've got the pace to run with these guys out front, but number 89 in 13th.
Looks like that move on Vinales from Zarco is coming very, very soon. Glued to Well, wide into Steckenval. Valentino Rossi's really paying for an awful first lap. An awful start. Now Petrucci's getting really scrappy from the Italians.
Cannot find a way through some of these one-line corners. Is he now going to line up another move into the timber chicane? Fabio Quattararo is in Assen.
And if it goes to form, if it goes to practice pace, he's got the potential to bolt here. But look at the speed that the Ducati gets with Vensless. He's back in 2nd.
It's clever from Bagnaia because he's using defensive lines. He's making life hard for Quattararo. He's just rid of the front and got half a second lead. It could be by Fabio.
Well, and you can see as well the fact that Quattararo can't get to the front. It's just
army. Well placed in third still. Front row seats of Bagnaia versus Quartararo.
The problem, because the Yamaha is by far so much superior with its corner speed. It's a much more agile and manoeuvrable motorcycle as well. Grand Prix so far.
Oh, he's through though now.
Yeah,
Fabio Quartararo is through. Is this the key moment then? Is this the...
Quartararo knows what he's got to do here. He's got to get his head down, push for 2 or 3 laps and break away from Pecco Bagnaia. Bagnaia this time, he laid it all on the line there, but Fabio Quartararo now in position A. Look at that. The way he was able to get that rear tyre hooked up.
Can he break away from this group? Further back there, Juan Mir looked like he was about to make a move and did on Johan Zarco. He can't. They stay 5th and 6th respectively.
Now you know, coming towards sectors 3 and 4 now, Quartararo's going to try and bolt. He's going to Rugami ahead of him.
4 tenths up already. Quartararo then on Bagnaia.
Yeah, and he's coming now to the part of the circuit where this onslaught from Fabio Quartararo. Yeah, look at that, the gap already. Quartararo just break away. We know, apart from Jerez when he had the arm pump problems, but normally when Fabio Quartararo puts himself in this kind of...
And this could be the time then to make the break for the Frenchman.
That was it. As soon as he didn't have Bagnaia impeding him, he got straight first and 22nd place respectively.
Well, if he can maintain sight of Luca Marini, he's done a good job. This is the group then, and this is how it looks if things stay the way they are.
I mean, he was 8 tenths quicker than Maverick Vinales on that last lap, half a second faster than the clear track. Now the Yamaha, with nobody impeding their lines, this fast flowing nature of acid, it just plays to their strengths. It's
Devon, that's a fast crash.
That's fast to anybody, but when you're 42 years of age and you're 26 year of your Grand Prix,
Absolutely destroyed.
that is a big crash then for the doctor. Dismal day for him. Then Jarvis will be having his half a second quicker than Bagnaia. Vinales are right on board with him now. Just cannot find a way through on taking that. At the moment, Steve, there's nobody else that can even dream of a 32. You look at the next best man, I think it was Vinales to his credit.
Into turn 6 we go. Bagnaia's done a great job so far, even though he can't hold on to Quartararo. Vinales can't.
Bagnaia gets out of Aston with a 2nd place, given the difficulties of Ducati's history here. They've only won once with Casey Stoner in rescue mission from Pecco Bagnaia. You always felt from the get-go in FP1 it was going to be damage limitation, and he's doing an outstanding job.
The likes of Maverick Vinales and Juan Mir also pretty strong in the 4th sector, but they can't find a way through on the riders up ahead of them. From him, he's now 2 seconds clear.
He's just operating on a different plane, different league at the moment. Quartararo 32.9 best laps, but they are half a second, 6 tenths away.
Has been chopped significantly. A 33.8 for Fabio Quartararo, and across the line for Vinales. His funnel off the circuit at the nearest opportunity. But maybe this race at the front isn't over just yet with 8 laps.
He'd have seen that message, the black flag with the orange disc, and Mir's got through on Zarco. And again, it's a move he's made it to Struve. But as always, he's always finding something on race day. And Juan Mir now up into 3rd place.
He is wrestling the front of us as well. The gap at the front is 3.3 between the 2 Monster Energy Yamaha riders. You just heard from the horse's mouth there, Rivola pretty much saying,
like Maverick Vinales, seems like he wants to join your team. Anything to get out of Yamaha, it looks like. Miller in the pits then, firing up the inside of Aleix Espargaro into turn 15. Espargaro can't find a way back through, so Marquez up in the meter of his battered body will be in pain. He'll be grimacing inside that showy helmet, but he's doing an outstanding job.
He's lapping. Just to go, the marshals are going to have to quickly get out and try and sort that one out. The gap at the front is still 3 points. Zarco and Oliveira, and here come the marshals then to recover the bike of Iker Lecuona. What happened to the number 27 then? Is Iker Lecuona.
Another race where he's not going to see the checkered flag, unfortunately. Danilo Petrucci lap because he's running the exact same pace right now as Fabio Quartararo.
Quartararo has responded. Yeah. He is going to punish his rivals with this victory. And you look at the championship,
He's near podium finisher here. That was a little bit lively and loose to say the least. Fabio.
The gap had come down to 3.3, but it's been restored to 3.8 again now.
That might have been why Quartararo was dropping into the deep.
Through turn 6 we go. Monster Energy Yamaha team. Podium since the win on the opening night. The The gap again has just come down for the time being to 3.1. Is this Quartararo just managing the
Just why he is the world champion. Good battle this as well, a bit further back, raging between Bagnaia and Marquez.
Marquez was, and he's potentially chasing down a 6th place finish, which would be
Marquez. He'd love to salvage a top 6. He said without all the dramas of this weekend, he's felt all the time he's got top 6 potential. Get away through on Bagnaia's Ducati, which is slightly easier said than done.
Fabio Quartararo, the race leader, who's in the gap at the moment, is still 3.1 seconds back to his teammate Maverick Vinales as we continue to track this battle for 6th.
Darko knows they are precious World Championship points up for grabs, particularly when he can see Fabio Quartararo hammering home his advantage.
Into 11th, having fallen way back, not just to last, but some way off last place as well.
That was a tough task for him.
The gap again has just come down by a 10th, but still in control is and it is 2.8 the gap for the Frenchman over Maverick Vinales.
Yeah, fine, it was just a couple of attempts, so there's plenty of life left in the battle for the final place on the podium before everybody heads to...
Rivera might just fancy his chances late on here of a podium.
Joan Mir is just sensational. You look at his quality: Yellow 9th to 3rd, Catalunya 10th to 4th. He loves giving himself hard work, but he always
well, he's trying to keep himself in contention, isn't he? He's waiting for Suzuki to come up with some sort of squatting device to help them out in acceleration.
He deserves it after this ride because he's been brilliant, quite brilliant. And so is Pecco Bagnaia. How on earth? Oh, he's wide again. 10 to 3. Poor old Pecco Bagnaia.
Kagami's sudden found some late on. At the moment, it's going to be a 1-2 for Monster Energy Yamaha. There is your helicopter view and turn 5.
Yeah, El Diablo brace for some Dutch delight. He's been in cruise control, one-man demolition job. Vinales has got to within 3 seconds, but Fabio Quartararo Ducati. Zarco, he just cannot get that gap down to Mir under 2.
He's in sight, but he wants to be a part of this battle.
6 seconds as well behind his teammate Marc Marquez at the moment, so too much cheer.
Marquez then can't quite find a way through again on Pecco Bagnaia, another into 7th place.
Mir's late rally has been brilliant. A 33.4 from him. He gaps Zarco.
Move into Timmer chicane and perhaps a little nudge in the process there from Aleix Espargaro. Another 7th place, just a lap and a half away from taking the Dutch TT, and quite frankly the first half of this 2021 championship.
Victories and a comfortable World Championship advantage heading into the summer break with one of his big rivals, Jack Miller, out of the fight against Joan Mir too.
Vinales looks set for his first podium since the opening night of here today.
Yeah, he might be swerving a few Aprilia questions and 2022 questions, Maverick Vinales.
The last podium for him and Suzuki.
It really would. This will feel like a win for Joan Mir. Credit as well to Bagnaia, because Shao there, of course, so many years part of Valentino Rossi's stable. Lynn Jarvis as well.
What 7th victory in MotoGP and his first ever Dutch TT win.
Well, Vinales was fastest on Friday. Vinales was fastest on Saturday. But when it really matters, on a cruise, the final 2 sectors here to win in Assen, the 90th edition of the Dutch TT.
Could have been more. The man with the biggest boost going into the summer break is going to be Fabio Quartararo. The Frenchman wins. Excellent third to pick up his his third podium of 2021. A delighted Lynn Jarvis then.
Last lap of 33.385. Well, there are the 3 top men here in Assen in that picture.
I can tell you that Fabio Quartararo has been practicing some golf.
Oh, Marc Marquez, what a fight he put up. That was a warrior ride by Marc.